Well, hi, beautiful friends. Laurel here, and I'm coming to you today to invite you to join me for my upcoming 6-week class in creating your own Oracle deck. Now, before I start telling you about the class, I really need to acknowledge this awful, terrible time that we are moving through. I'm not going to go into the details of it, but you know how crazy things are. And listen, it's not easy for me to now come and make this video and say, hey, come and join me for my class. It's going to be awesome. Um, Even though I'm so excited about it, I think as human beings, we have an ability to compartmentalize and we want to show up for all that is transpiring in life. And part of life is showing up for what is present through us, how we can share our gifts, how we can self-regulate our nervous system, and what our little oases of light might look like here. So just so you know, I know that this is a weird time to be marketing any of my classes, and if you're not up for it, I send you love, and it's okay to stop watching now. Deep breath. But if you're in a place where you feel like it might be good for you to focus on what's available to you, how you want to use your energy, your life force, your creative spirit. Um, I'm here for you. I'm still doing my angel sessions and teaching my classes. And as a citizen of the earth, I'm also feeling deeply and have strong feelings and opinions about what's happening in the world. But one of the things I've learned to cultivate over time is how do I show up where I can have influence, where I can share love, where I can inspire, and certainly facilitating my classes and supporting you in your soul's work is part of what I can help with. So from this point on, I'm going to be talking to you about my upcoming class that I'm actually really excited about. And I know that you've been asking for this, so let me tell you about it. It's a 6-week class in how to create your own Oracle deck. So I think a lot of us that have used Oracle decks over the years have um, harbored this dream, this fantasy of, oh my God, I would love to create my own Oracle deck, and I've created mine. And and maybe you're thinking if Laurel could do it, maybe I could do it too, because I didn't get a publishing deal. I'm not with Hay House. I haven't financed it, my own deck, to the tune of thousands of dollars. I don't have hundreds of decks sitting in my garage. That earlier this year, when the inspiration came through to create my own deck, my agreement with the angels was this had to be really, really easy, because even before all of this started happening in the world, even though awful things were already happening, I didn't have much energy. I've just been exhausted for a long time. And so I needed a path forward that would make this easy. And I want to share my method with you in hopes that it will be easy for you as well. And you won't have to invest thousands of dollars. You won't have to have inventory. You don't have to run to the post office every 2 days to make your deliveries. If you decide you want to go that route, of course you can. But let me share with you what I'm going to teach you and the space the angels and I are going to be holding for you over the next 6 weeks. So when it comes to this idea of creating your own Oracle deck, it can be understandably tempting to go into the creative side of it. Well, I'm going to have this many cards. This is what they're going to look like. Where am I going to get my artwork? That's what I would call the creative part of the project, which we're going to have 3 weeks of focusing on. But I am purposefully putting that in the last 3 weeks of our time together, because I want to teach you the practical side of things, or the 3D world side of things, in the first 3 weeks, because the decisions you're going to make in the first 3 weeks will help you in your creative process. So, week one, we're going to be talking about distribution models. Sounds, I don't know, not the most exciting thing to talk about, but the reality is, once your cards are created, how are you going to get them to your customers? Are you going to be fulfilling them yourself? Are you going to outsource that to a company like Amazon? Are you going to work with an on-demand printer who does fulfillment? That's what I chose to do. So we're going to be talking about the different distribution models and how that might affect your decisions moving forward. So that's almost like the first point on the map of creation of your deck is choosing into your distribution model. The second week, we're going to be focusing on printing options. So now you've picked your distribution model. Now you have to pick a printer to work with. Are you going to use a printer in your own country? So I'm in the United States. Am I going to choose to work with a US-based printer? Am I going to choose to work with a printer who can do fulfillment? Am I going to choose into a printer that's perhaps overseas where I'm going to get a better deal if I'm going to be buying inventory? So in week 2, we're going to be focusing on your different printing options. In week 3, we're going to be focusing on what is your design platform and where are you going to get your artwork from? Maybe you have your own photographs you want to use. Maybe you're an artist and you want to scan in your own artwork. Maybe you want to license artwork or photographs from a stock photo company, a stock artwork company, or maybe, like me, you want to go into Midjourney and use AI. So week 3, we're going to be talking about where you're going to get your resources from, and then what design platform are you going to use? Are you going to use Photoshop? Are you going to use Adobe InDesign? I used Canva. I know Adobe Photoshop, and I chose to use Canva because for me that felt like the easiest platform to work with. So in week 3, I'm going to walk you through some of the different options available to you. So that's the first 3 weeks of the class. Take a deep breath. Ooh, okay. Next 3 weeks. Now we're bringing in the angels. Now we're holding this beautiful sacred space, which we've been holding for you all along, just so you know. The angels are here all the time, no matter what. But I mean, now we're focusing on the dreamy part, the visioning part, the channeled part of what is going to be in your deck. What is your divination process? What is your creative process? How can you create sanctuary for yourself to start creating the messages and the artwork for your cards, finding your flow, bringing in the light for your deck? And that's what we're going to be doing in the next 3 weeks. So first 3 weeks, we're going to address some very practical choices that will be available to you. The second 3 weeks is all about your divine flow. So here's what I want to sort of set you up for. This is not going to be a 6-week class where at the end of the 6 weeks, your oracle deck is ready to go. It can take a while to attune to and divine and put together your oracle deck. So I want to set up expectations that as your mentor and teacher, I'm not saying at the end of the 6 weeks, you're going to have your deck ready to go. It's going to take longer than that in all likelihood, unless you are wonderful at working quickly, which maybe you are. But at the end of 6 weeks, I will teach you everything I've learned. Not everything there is to know, but everything I've learned so that I could bring my oracle decks, because now, oops, sorry, I just hit my crystals. Like I have my tiny deck, I have my oracle deck, and for instance, the printing company that I'm using has other options. So this does not have an angel on it, but for instance, they have 6x6 cards, and I'm looking at now bringing some of my angels over to these cards and maybe putting together an angel pack for people. Other printing companies have other kinds of products available. So my hope is that after the 6 weeks, you're going to feel empowered and inspired. You're going to have options, and you will have the capacity to create your own oracle deck. That even if your oracle deck is for 3 people, maybe you're making your oracle deck for your siblings or your children. Maybe you're making your oracle deck and maybe you've got 8 people who really love what you do, and would love a deck from you. And can you make a deck just for them? Yes. And God bless you. If you've got the energy to market and sell and be all vibrant on social media to sell your deck to lots of people, you'll have the ability to do that as well. I'm not going to teach you the marketing piece, just so you know. I realized after I said that, it sounds like, and I'm going to teach you how to sell thousands of copies. I'm not going to do that because I don't have the energy for it. But I will teach you very practical, easy ways to distribute, print, and design your Oracle deck so you can bring it into the world. And listen, just so you know, I'm not gatekeeping this information and saying you have to take a class from me. I use drive-through cards. If you don't want to take the class, go over to drive-through cards. Look at my Oracle deck, but also there's a lovely print calculator they've got on there, and they show all the different items that they have. So go, you can learn this yourself too, just so you know. But if you like being in a class, if you enjoy the process of spending 6 weeks with me and the angels and a lovely, lovely group of other soul-inspired people, and you'd like me to walk you through the process, I invite you to join me for this class. I'm so excited for it. And one last thing, I know I've been rambling for a while, but I've had some coffee, and this is what I look like when I've had some caffeine, is for those of you who haven't yet taken my Mid-Journey class, if you find that you would like to take my Mid-Journey class, I am happy to offer it again in December, which would go into January. If you find that you're in this creating your own Oracle deck and you're like, wait, I really want to learn Mid-Journey. Listen, if there's 3 or 10 of you that want to learn Mid-Journey in December, you just let me know and I will teach that class again for you, because Mid-Journey is so wonderful and it is always evolving, and it is bringing me so much comfort right now. If you follow me on social media, you'll know that I have been just making peace angels in Mid-Journey at 3 in the morning when I can't sleep. And not that it really makes a difference in the greater world with all the awfulness that is happening, but it's my little tiny molecule of the world where I can create something that will comfort others. So if you've already purchased my Oracle deck, thank you, thank you. Again, tiny angels are a thing now. I'm sorry, but how adorable is this? So go on over if you would like tiny angels. If you want to make tiny angels, I will teach you how. And it is truly a blessing to support you and be in community with you. I love you, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.